Continuing on with the trend of reviewing movies released in 2008, here's what I thought of The Happening, starring Mark Wahlberg as Elliot Moore, a high school science professor who attempts to escape from a mysterious plant neurotoxin that causes any person coming into contact with it to commit suicide. This film is advertised as being M. Night Shyamalan's first R-rated film. Well, for starters, I did find the film to be a bit confusing at times. I wasn't quite sure why Julian had to leave his daughter Jess, who might add was an absolutely horrible actress, with his friends Elliot and Alma. Then I realized just seconds after the van left with him inside of it. It was freaking crazy how when the van arrived in Princeton, there were several carcasses hanging and Julian tried to calm down one of his fellow passengers as the van passed by the bodies. That was just insane. Then when the Jeep plowed right into the tree and Julian got out, I was like, oh, okay, cool, he survived. That's pretty cool. Then when he took the glass and slit his wrist, I was like, oh, shit, he's dead. It was a rather weird predicament. I thought he was cutting his sleeves at first, but then I was like, oh, well, that wouldn't really make much sense if he was cutting his sleeves, so it's obvious he's, slitting his wrists. Mark Wahlberg was awesome in this movie, much like he is in almost every movie he's in. He did a very good job portraying Elliot Moore. Mrs. Jones was just a crazy bitch, and why the hell smack Jess's hand if she's touching something? Isn't that a little harsh? Constantly accusing Alma and Elliot of planning to rob and kill her? Crazy bitch. When Elliot walked into her bedroom, suspicious of that thing that was on her bed, due to lack of music playing, I thought, okay, something's gonna pop out to scare the shit out of the audience. I swear, that pisses me off when that kind of shit happens. I mean, yeah, I do want to be scared while watching horror flicks and stuff, but not like that. That's one thing that pisses me off. When Mrs. Jones was actually killing herself by putting her head through the windows, that was just an awesome, yet creepy scene. The music and camera movements really helped my feelings of anticipation and suspense. And my brother thought Mrs. Jones was actually telling the trees and grass what to do, but as soon as I saw her walking backwards, I immediately knew she was infected. The ending was pretty lame, though. So the whole virus thing just ends? Just like that? What the hell, man? They couldn't come up with anything better? So now, everything's okay. Jess, Alma, and Elliot survived and Alma's pregnant. Whoop-de-freaking-do. I prefer some proper closure, not just seeing the mystery just end in one place and continue on in a foreign country. A better ending would have helped improve my rating for this movie, which I'll reveal in a moment. Overall, this movie was enjoyable. It did a good job in terms of keeping the suspense and the anticipation high, and I couldn't predict everything that happened in this movie. Unlike that piece of shit Black Christmas, what an awful sack of crap that polished shit was. But anyway, I've been wanting to see The Happening for a while. Now that I have, I'm both impressed and disappointed at the same time. It was an enjoyable film, but the ending just left me wanting something better and wanting proper closure to the film. So now is the moment of truth. What do I give this film? I give it a 7 out of 10. Pretty enjoyable film that probably would have gotten a 7.5 if it had a better ending. Well, that about wrapped things up. Thanks for watching and thanks for the continued support.